doing a quick divine masculine, divine feminine check-in today. We're going to be using the Arcanum Tarot for the divine masculine, the Tarot de la Nuit for the divine feminine, my divine oracle cards that I created, as well as Liz Harrison's Divine Feminine 101 and her Divine Masculine Dark Truths, as well as her Twin Flame Oracle, which is really cool. I love her cards. She's a very powerful YouTube reader. Beautiful lady. And we've got the Divine Lover Oracle cards by Bloom and Arrow, another deck that I'm in love with. And we've got the Ocean of Emotion cards by Bridget Rao that I'll be using today, okay? So what's pretty special is that pretty much all the cards have been created by YouTube, people on YouTube or Instagram, you know, beautiful decks that they're creating, so very talented people. So anyway, let's get started, guys. We're going to be looking at the Divine Masculine's energy to start with. We're going to see what is going on with his current energy. Okay, so perhaps we could see what's in his current energy right now regarding you, what's in his, maybe his heart space right now. And I'm not doing reversals today, am I? Am I doing reversals? I'm told not to do them. The Wheel and the Eight of Cups reversed. Oh, not reversed, it was reversed. Oh my God, I've got to think straight. Okay, slow down, Sheree. Okay, so we've got the Wheel and the Eight of Cups. What's he doing? We got fears. Okay, this makes so much sense. Okay, I'll read that in a moment, okay? I'm going to get the Divine Feminine's current energy. And we've got the Knight of Wands. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see. And we've also got codependent. So her hands are tied. Okay, my hands are tied, it says here. And his says, love scares me because it scarred me. So basically what we've got here is the Divine Masculine has the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups. And it looks like the wheel has turned to the point where he's now perhaps moving or backing off, okay, walking away from this because he's got a lot of fears within him right now. So he had to walk away, which I feel like he doesn't want to. I feel like there's a lot of sadness there. I feel like there's a lot of shame here as well. See how they both got their back? The feminine, actually, there's a feminine energy in this as well, but I'm seeing it as the masculine's energy. But it is interesting, we've got a divine masculine here and a divine feminine who have their back to each other. So that's what I feel, is that the divine masculine has turned his back in fear. We have the divine feminine, Sagittarius energy right here, who is feeling very, I feel like emotionally erratic at this time. There's these ups and downs, maybe some mood swings, things like that. It's just what's coming intuitively through with this. I also get the Ten of Pentacles, so around the home situation, there's some, you know, her hands are tied. Some of you might be in another relationship or a marriage, but it does look like at the moment there's just other things that are keeping her back, and this is why it's also hard perhaps for her to move away from this completely and focus on other things. She keeps getting pulled to this and what is he doing, and thinking obsessively about things here as well. There's a lot of passion she has for him, a lot of sexual chemistry, but a lot of anger as well. I'm picking up on resentments here as well, feeling pissed off because she, you know, things are holding her back, and she's not a queen in this particular energy here. She's a knight. So she's not feeling that perhaps she's where she wants to be in her life. There's a lot of unpredictable stuff going on in her life right now, and a feeling of just being like pissed off, basically, that she can't be where she wants to be in her life. She might feel that in some ways, because she's not where she wants to be, that he's not interested in her, you know, that he's lost interest, he wants to walk away because she's not all that, or you know, it could be simple things like she's just worried about her own body image, you know, things like that. I'm just going to turn that down. Hang on a minute. The music can get loud. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's this irritability within some of the feminines that why did you turn your back on me? Why have you walked away from me? And some of them do know it's out of fear, but they are taking it personally as well. And some of the divine feminines have gotten a bit angry about this. You know, I do feel like there's definitely a very strong like a rising of intense sadness and anger at the same time within the feminines. It's a rejection. I'm going to get another card on this as well. And there could be things like finances, a job that's holding her back. She just wants to break free and be a free spirit here from things that are holding her back. Hang on. So divine masculine. So we've got secrets. I hate not knowing what's going on. So he's pulled back, he's withdrawing, and he's making himself pull back and withdraw. But he still doesn't know what's going on. And maybe the divine feminines, you know, are trying to hide away as well. They are trying to hold back. Things are keeping them back. Maybe they don't want to reveal to the divine masculine what's going on in their life, because after all, he actually did move away from this. So, you know, that's what she sees, is that, okay, well, you moved away from this. You don't deserve to know what's going on with me. And, you know, some of the masculines don't want to know. They've got their heads buried in the sand. It's this fear thing, you know, and I feel like at night time, we've got the full moon here as well. He's really feeling this intense energy. And this is when I feel like he's really starting to become aware and alert and is wondering, what are you doing, you know? And it could be that he's also holding secrets, hiding, you know, away. And she's saying there's nothing I can do about it right now. She's limited. So the divine feminines are really feeling that their hands are tied. They can't do anything about this situation. It's out of their hands. So there could be stuff, obviously, in their own life that they're held back with, codependence, kind of patterns here. But also she's feeling that this is out of her hands. She can't force him to come back. You know, she can't force him to turn around to her before he's ready, type thing. So we're going to get some messages. So this is the divine feminine, what she wants to say to the divine masculine. What do you want to say, divine feminine? So nobody gets away with the things that I'll let you get away with. And I don't want anyone else. So that's why she's also holding on. And there's that codependency. She's still holding on to him no matter what he's doing. Whether he's backing off out of fear or ghosting her, you know, there's still anger that comes up, but she's still tied to him. And I mean, with twin flames especially, you know, nobody gets away with the things that she lets him get away with. So of course the divine masculine will get away with it because she doesn't want anyone else. She wants him, and she's got her eyes fixated on him, like her heart belongs to him. I ache for you. That's that pining, that sadness, the rising passion that I feel, but also a frustration with this, and a real sadness and an anger coming up in some ways here too, at not being able to do anything about it. And I need to find my own way now. Come back to me when you can give me what I know I deserve. Yeah, that's it there. So what does the divine masculine want to say to that? So he says, I miss you. I miss talking to you. That's why sometimes we can talk for hours in person or on the phone. I don't want our time together to end, no matter how it seems to you. So yes, he's backing off from fear, but at the same time, he's missing her. And he knows that if he is to come forward, you know, that before he's ready, that it's going to hurt her more. I'm growing up. I get attention from others online and in person, but it does nothing for me except boost my pride and ego. I'm stepping away from all of that because that's no longer important to me. So she's over here. Look how beautiful she is, standing in her own beautiful power, looking out like, what are you doing? You know, I'm over here waiting for you. And it's kind of like she knows her worth. She knows her worth. But that's why she's pissed off, because she knows her worth. Yet she's aching for him, and he gets away with it because she understands, you know, in some way deep down that he will come back to her. But she knows she has to stand strong and be on her own and do her own thing, even though she wants him and no one else but him. She's aching for him. she's still got her hands tied with things, and her hands are tied when it comes to this. She can't do much about this at all. But he's saying, I miss you. I'm growing up. I might be getting attention from others, but I'm not interested. I actually miss you. And I feel you. My spider sense is tingling. Are you thinking of me? Because I am definitely thinking of you. And he says, I'm grateful. I can do anything with the power of your love. You give me the strength and confidence to be me. So I think that in this space that he's in right now, he's also reflecting on the times, you know, when you were, you know, when the divine feminine was really, you know, when the divine feminine and him were really strong together. He's reflecting on that. And he knows that she's got her hands tied, that she can't really do anything. He knows that she's waiting for him. He knows that she's waiting. But he's absolutely grateful for her love, because let's put it this way, she's unconditionally loving him from afar. She's allowing, you know, it says here, I allow things, you know, you to get away with things that nobody else would. Because I love you so much, and I ache for you, and I don't want anyone else. But I still need to pull back and respect myself and move on my own path, and you know, tie up loose ends and things like that I've got to do here as well. And he's basically saying, well, I feel you. Even though I'm not able to be with you, I'm grateful for you coming into my life. You do make me feel like I'm loved. But I'm also growing up and realizing that, you know, without you, no one else really fills that spot. Fills that void. Okay, let's have a look for the journey. So your journey is protected, you are safe. So this journey is protected. There's a rainbow after the storm. Whatever's going on here with this emotional turmoil or anything that's going on there, this is the journey is protected. You are safe, and there's ascension symptoms. So both of the divine masculine, divine feminine may be undergoing some kind of symptoms that shows that they're growing, they're evolving, they're ascending in this journey here. So whilst they're doing that, they are safe. And sometimes you need to be separated for that to happen too. Adventure, trust the journey. I was just going to say too that some of you might be feeling that you know, ascension symptoms can be simple as having massive headaches, you know, things like that. You might be feeling that there might be a change in your diet. You might be sensing that you're doing some things very differently. You might be very sensitive to things more than you would have been before. There's so many different ascension symptoms that you can check up on Google as well. There's like heaps of them. But I really do feel like when I see the growing word here, I feel it like it's growing pains. You know, it feels like the divine masculine's going through growing pains. It kind of reminds me of that, you know, the snake shedding the old skin, or a butterfly coming out from the cocoon. It kind of represents like the painful transition, you know, and having to, like, when you're evolving into a lighter being, like something that's actually vibrating at a higher frequency, you're leaving that dense energy behind, but it comes at a price as well, because you've got lessons, the karmic lessons to learn, and you've got to go through all that pain to rise up, you know, and that's what's happening. And there's an adventure with this. Trust the journey, because every lesson is bringing something amazing with it. There might be pain, there might be dark times as well, but it's also bringing in the better times. So trust the journey, because it is an adventure. And you can learn so much about yourselves in this as well, about each other, but definitely about yourselves. And we've got here reunion, coming back together. That's what this is for. Enjoy the journey, you know, trust in it. Because even though sometimes it might feel painful, it might feel like something you just cannot live through, you can. Your spirit is so powerful and stronger than you know. And in separation is when you heal. So that's what's happening at this time. You know, if there's separation here, you're healing so that you can come back together, and you're rising up, okay, through that too, which is really just beautiful here. And some of you might be seeing dolphin, you might be seeing rainbows. And your dreams hold sacred messages. So I feel like you got to pay attention to the dreams that you're holding. It really does. Maybe you're meeting in dreams on the astral. We got another full moon here. So full moon is really significant for you as well. Look, we got another full moon here as well, guys. if you want to see that as a full moon. It definitely shows to me, and also in these cards here with the Divine Feminine, a full moon. So the moon energy is coming through very strongly here. Some of you are going to really start feeling these ascension symptoms really around the full moon. You're going to start feeling maybe very sensitive emotionally. There might be some physical changes, pains, aches, things like that going on. Releasing emotion, especially with the moon being around emotions. You know, it's a Cancerian Pisces energy as well, which is very spiritual, very psychic. So some of you are going to be really tapping into your dreams and connecting astrally with your person. I mean, he says, do you feel me with you? I feel you. So that's what's happening. You're meeting up at night. You're meeting in dreams. And surrender to the lessons. See the butterflies. So you'll be seeing butterflies. You could see blue butterflies. Something to do with the throat chakras going on here too, with the blue in this card here, and a lot of the blues and purples, but definitely this card here, it shows me that there is something going on with the throat chakra. So you might start feeling like a sore throat. Things like that are happening because things are shifting for you. A block in the communication is going to be shifted. And we've got a new chapter coming through, which is just so beautiful. And we've got, yeah, look, destined love. Oh my God, I love that card. So we've got new chapter, destined card, reunion. See, because this is a destined love. Once you go through trusting the journey, surrendering to the lessons, both of you, you know, you can come back together and have a new chapter together. Now let's see what their higher self says to you. So the Divine Masculine's higher self to the Divine Feminine, what does he want to say? Well, there's a few here. Treasure, I treasure you and our love. You are so precious to me. You shine brighter than diamonds and are worth more than gold. You are all that I seek. And the 36 is 9, which is also the Hermit in the tarot. But 9s can also represent like a completion in numerology. But what I see here is that it's to do with the Hermit for me. You imagine a hermit going into a cave, right? And they're seeking that beautiful, the hermit is seeking that enlightenment within, and that is their treasure. And I think that when they've gone within, they're really finding you. They're finding that enlightenment, and what that leads them to is you. You are the treasure. We've got wonder. I close my eyes and think of the wonder that is you. You are a special, unique creation that is heaven sent. Feel the light that blooms within you and connects us together in spiritual truth always. It's a miracle you are mine. And that is the number 7. 4 and 3 equals 7, which is all this. It's a very spiritual number, but it's about spirituality. It's about seeking, soul searching. And I feel like your Divine Masculine, when he closes his eyes, he's seeking you out. He thinks of you. He thinks of the wonder of you. He feels very spiritually connected to you. Look, 39 soon. We will be together in the near future. Our reunion is imminent, and I'm doing everything I can to be ready for you. I hear your call for me, and I'm coming. This is my promise to you. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is the number 12 number as well, which is the Hanged Man. So he's been having time, you know, being able to reflect and pause, and he knows it's a time for waiting right now, time to go within and sort out his fears, things like that, because he knows that if he can do that, he'll soon be with you, which is just absolutely amazing and beautiful. See, we got reunion, we will be back together soon, coming back together soon. Look. Keep saying this because I'm just like, wow. So twin flame signs, look for the signs of our connection. As your twin flame, I mirror what you're going through. Notice how we are very similar and share the same vision. There's a connection between us that can't be denied. So the number 3 is the two people coming together to forge a path together, to create something together. And that's what the twin flames do. There's two of you coming forward for the mission. It's just absolutely gorgeous. 2 flames coming together to form one flame, you know. So it's the twin flame signs. He's bringing signs in. He's bringing in another full moon. Oh my God, another full moon. So full moons, you're going to really sense each other's energy. You're going to see butterflies, perhaps even blue butterflies. Could be in your social environment or just on pictures you might see. You've got dolphins here as well. You might even see a barbed wire, barbed wire fence that shows you an obstacle you can overcome, you know, and that sometimes things will hurt, but, you know, you got to go through the process and trust in the journey, as it said before. Let's see what the Divine Feminine's higher self wants to say, okay? I also get feathers. I feel like for some reason, well, even pink roses are here too. So if you see pink roses, that's a sign. But I also, seeing the rainbows. I'm getting pink feathers as well. So if you're seeing pink feathers, okay, that's the sign. I think that shows me that he has unconditional love for you. All right, what's the Divine Feminine's higher self message here? No, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't normally do it that way. Yes, it does want to come out. Spark 28. When we're in a room together, everyone sees our spark. We have this thing, you and I, and it's undeniable and visible to everyone around us. You are the miracle that dropped into my life and lit me from within. And that's what this Knight of Wands energy is. It's such a powerful, sensual, sexual, sparky energy. You know, this is the fire within her. And this is why she's firing up as well, because she can't really handle the separation, you know, because she's feeling this chemistry so strong on the astral. She's really psychically connecting with him, and he's withdrawing out of fear. She's kind of like trying to magnetically pull him in, and it's just there. The spark is within her, within them both. So that's just amazing. So she's aware that when they're in a room together, they have an amazing chemistry that is, you know, everyone can see it. It's undeniable. And it's visible to everyone. So the 28 is the 10, number 10, which is also the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. So I feel like it's interesting because he's got the Wheel of Fortune right here, which is the number 10. And so what I see with that is that it's interesting that, what am I seeing with that 10 spark? So I feel like what's happening is she's trying to turn that wheel. You know, she's trying to spark. It's almost like I see flint, you know, when you're trying to light something up, and I feel like in some ways she's trying to pull him in with her energy, get the wheel moving, get the energy happening, you know, so that they can get this thing rolling basically. And yeah, she feels in some ways that he might have gone a bit cold on her, so she's trying to keep that fire alight. She's still trying to have that spark, even she's still trying to keep the spark and the flame going for him despite her own fears, you know, her own frustrations, anger that might arise, sadness, you know, insecurities, things like that, things that are out of her hands here. She's still trying to keep that spark alight so she can shine her light to him. Look, beautiful you, I smile when I think about how beautiful you are. Today I wish for you to love yourself the way I love you. See yourself as I see you, pure perfection, my perfect counterpart. There is only you. So she's letting him know that, you know, she has said before she doesn't want anyone else. You're beautiful to me. You're so beautiful. I smile when I think about how beautiful you really are. She's looking into his soul. She's looking beyond all the fears, and that's why he gets away with it, because she can see how beautiful he really is. She has had time to pause and think, you know, in her time and space, because we got the 12, which is the Hanged Man. It's about a different perspective. It's being able to just take time to go within and see something from another point of view, and that's what she's doing beyond all the pain, the resentments, the frustration, whatever's coming up for her. This need to pull back as well and not let him know what's going on. You know, beneath all of this stuff, she can see that he is such a beautiful person. She sees it from that perspective, not just from her, you know, the perspective of a reaction that comes up from the pain, but also she sees who he truly is. She really loves him for who he truly is. And look, I love you. 31, there is something I need to tell you. I really want to reach out to you and express how I'm feeling. The love in my heart for you is like nothing I've ever felt before. Remember, I love you. So the Divine Feminines really want to reach out telepathically, in the 3D, however it is. She really wants him to feel her love. Okay, so she wants him to know that she really wants to reach out to him and tell him, I love you. You know, you don't have to run away from me. I love you. You're so special to me. You're beautiful. You spark me up, you know. You spark my life up. And 31 is the 4, which is that stability as well. In the tarot, it's the Emperor. So it's being able to be in, like, mastering your emotions. She knows that she loves him. She wants to assertively tell him that she loves him. She needs to tell him. She needs him to remember. Follow your bliss. My greatest wish is for you to be happy. I feel good when I know you're happy. Do something that you enjoy today just for you. Feelings of joy and hope will bring us closer on our journey and will put you at ease. So 21 is the world in the tarot. Follow your bliss, follow your path, follow your journey. If you have to travel, you know, it said adventure. It says here adventure, trust in the journey. Okay, trust the journey. So she knows he has to go off and find himself. Maybe travel the world, you know, kind of like that hermit going off and trying to find himself, soul searching, that kind of thing. She's saying follow your bliss, follow what makes you happy in life and helps you to grow and ascend so you can come back to me as well so we can fulfill our mission together. But she just wants him to be happy. And someone's name might be Joy or Hope as well. Okay, so we've got also illusions. I may be quiet right now, but you are always on my mind. Remember that separation is an illusion. I'm working hard behind the scenes to heal and reach out to you. Stay strong for me. So that's also what the number 9 is, the Hermit in the tarot. So that's being quiet. That's being someone who's backing off and trying to see past the illusions. Or she's telling the Divine Masculine, see past that illusion. We are not really separated. We are still very much connecting spiritually as well. Now I feel like I want to pull out another card for each one. What else does she want to say to him? I see signs about you in the films and shows I watch. Even the adverts remind me of you. What did he say here? He says, where did he say it? He said something about sending her signs. I can't remember where that is now, but I know he said he was sending her signs. Is it this one? No, I don't know where it is now. This one here, that's it. Look for the signs of our connection, okay? So he's saying, I'm sending you signs to let you know, to remind you, even if you become doubtful, if you're my twin or I'm your twin, I'm sending you signs so that you know, yes. So the Divine Feminine will be watching movies, will be seeing shows on TV that will remind her of him, of the journey. Maybe there's a twin flame journey. Maybe there is someone in a character, in a show, a character who has the same name as your twin type thing. And so he is sending signs to the Divine Feminine, even in the advertisements. Could be a song, a jingle. It could be anything. It could be anything that you see that reminds you of your twin. And in your presence, I feel strong. So that's why I feel also there's that kind of, in some way, she feels a bit lost without him. She knows she has to find her own way, like she said before, because she knows she has to build herself up and give to herself what she deserves. But in his presence, she does feel strong. And I want you to be the one I have a family with. So she's kind of reserving herself for him as well. She's not after anyone else. They're both not doing that. They're both not seeking out anyone else. They're both really missing each other, but know that they have a journey to do independently first. And he says, I'm thinking of you. I get nostalgic listening to music and think of you. You are on my mind. So he's listening to music around the... reminding him of the Divine Feminine. He might be a musician. He might be playing music that, singing songs to her. I see him in the car also, listening to music and thinking of her. And it's at night. I'm also seeing very much a nighttime energy here. And I want you. I can't help wanting you sexually. Your energy excites me and your body and mind turns me on. I want you, and right now I don't care about anything else. So there could be some sexy music he's listening to too that kind of gets him in the mood, There could be something, it could be that for some of you only, it could be that he's out at a nightclub and he's or some kind of club and he's just feeling really missing and wishing that you were there with him, and it's kind of getting him imagining you dancing in front of him, that kind of thing. And I'm angry, so I cause arguments and problems sometimes to be alone. So it could be that there has been a back and forth with the Divine Feminine and he's pulled back out of fears. It's gotten her upset perhaps because there was this strong, intense chemistry and it was going, really well. And then he's become sabotaging it, causing arguments, needing that space as well. Because in some ways it could have been codependent with the Divine Feminine. We did see the codependent energy for her over here. All right, one more card and then we'll be done with this one today. One more card, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. There it is. Oh, there's 2 here. Raise your vibration. You are manifesting. So both of you need to raise your vibration. You can do that in so many ways. You can listen to music like he's listening to music. It's possibly helping him to raise his vibration. The Divine Feminine might be working with moon magic. You know, there's so many ways to do this, through crystals, through drinking plenty of water, getting out in nature. It's interesting too, the eagle represents that higher perspective. It's a very spiritual animal. You might be seeing eagles, but raise your vibration. Try not to get into a lower, negative, darker energy. Try to think positively. Try to do your affirmations. Try to, as soon as you think of a negative, you know, if a negative voice comes up or something like that, say to yourself, cancel, delete, and let it go. You know, you could use essential oils, especially the citrus blends. They help you to raise your vibration. Listening to angelic relaxation music, getting out for a walk, just things that are very positive for you that are going to help you to do that really does help. Meditating, that kind of thing, maybe getting out in the garden, getting grounded as well can also help raise your vibration. It's very healing. And then we've got focus on unconditional love, let it flow. We've got the swan here, so you could be seeing swans as well. And white feathers could be in your path, brown feathers. But focus on the unconditional love. That's how you can raise your vibration, by putting your focus on this beautiful love that you have for each other. You know, beyond all the human 3D stuff, underlying all that, you know, is that beautiful 5D stuff, which is the truth, which is the true love, the destined love that we have right here, okay? And the soulmates, you know, the swans here are the soulmates as well. So that's where the twins are at right now, with the ones I'm tuning into, and it looks really beautiful, you know, with the way it's going with this reunion, and him saying he's going to come back soon. So I think that's just so beautiful, guys, and I hope it's resonated and helped you today, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.